one question has been on our minds for a long time. Will the spinning top fall over or not? For Christopher Nolan, this is probably the most frequently asked question of his entire career. And he continues to cleverly avoid a clear answer by repeatedly emphasizing that it's not about what might or will happen, but about what this moment means for Cobb. Nothing. The moment Cobb has his children back, he doesn't care about the top. The ending of Inception is intentionally ambiguous in order to stimulate discussions through its narrative complexity as an artistic device and to keep the film relevant over the years.
All along.
Are you here to steal from me, or do we are actually asleep? I want to know the name of your employer.
To fully grasp the significance of the film, it is helpful to take a look at its origin story.
I have a test for you.
You're not going to tell me anything about this first?
Before I describe the job, I have to know you can do it.
Why?
It's not, strictly speaking, legal.
The origin of Inception goes back a long way and is closely linked to Nolan's own experiences and notions, which he developed over many years and which have remained resilient.
What is the most resilient parasite? A bacteria? A virus? An intestinal worm?
What Mr. Cobb is trying to say.
An idea.
The very origin of Inception goes back to Christopher Nolan's student days. According to Nolan himself, he developed the basic idea from a situation where after long nights he would sleepily take advantage of the free breakfast in the morning and then go back to sleep, which leads to a state known as lucid dreaming.
Our mind continuously does this. We create and perceive our world simultaneously, and our mind does this so well that we don't even know what's happening. That allows us to get right in the middle of that process.
A state in which you are conscious during a dream and have certain degree of control over the course of the dream.
Just you.
This is great, but I'm telling you, if you keep changing things like this.
The idea of a film about intruding into other people's dreams and manipulating them evolved over the years. And therefore, Nolan began writing the script more than a decade before the film was released.
Ariadne, how did you get here? Where are you right now?
We're dreaming?
You're actually in the middle of the workshop right now, sleeping. This is your first lesson in shared dreaming. Stay calm. It's never just a dream, is it?
A crucial point in the development process was the collaboration with Leonardo DiCaprio, who later played the protagonist Dom Cobb.
I'd like you to meet Mr. Cobb.
Pleased to meet you.
If you have a few moments, Mr. Cobb has a job offer he'd like to discuss with you.
Work placement?
Not exactly. The subconscious is motivated by emotion, right? Not reason. We need to find a way to translate this into an emotional concept.
DiCaprio was not only an actor, but also an important creative partner for Nolan.
In other words, it gives us more time on each level.
Brain function in the dream will be about 20 times normal. When you enter a dream within that dream, the effect is compounded. It's
Together, they worked on deepening the characters and refining the plot.
Follow in my father's footsteps. Then the next level down, we feed him. I will create something for myself. Then, by the time we hit the bottom level, we bring out the big guns.
My father doesn't want me to be him.
Exactly.
DiCaprio brought his own ideas and perspectives, which led to numerous corrections and adjustments to the script.
Train for this, Mr. Fisher. strangeness of the weather, the shift in gravity. None of this is real. You're in a dream.
This intense creative period and Nolan's deep exploration of the themes of human psychology and reality lay the foundation for considering his cinematic influences and inspirations. Especially his fascinating relationship with one of the most iconic figures of all time, James Bond. Christopher Nolan's fascination with James Bond is deeply rooted and is clearly evident in his cinematic work. He has often made his admiration for Bond and his influence on his own films public. In his words,
I love those movies. The influence of those movies on my filmography is embarrassingly apparent, you know, and so there's no attempt to shy away from that. I love the films.
Purposefully used to create a link to a genre he has admired since his youth. Cobb as a protagonist shares many characteristics with a classic agent like James Bond.
Please.
He is a master of deception and manipulation, skills he uses to invade the dreams of others and influence their thoughts.
Because I am the most skilled extractor.
Like Bond, Cobb navigates between different realities and overcomes both physical and psychological threats.
The dilemma. They're getting closer.
Like Bond, Inception offers a variety of complexity of international locations. From the magnificent Japanese castle to the busy streets of Mombasa to the majestic snow-capped mountains, the film offers a visual tour de France through different cultures and continents. This international presence not only enhances the epic scale of the film, but also underlines the universality of the themes about dreams, reality, and human longings.
Complete the job en route. I make one phone call from the plane. You will have no trouble getting through immigration.
With this in mind, it comes as no surprise that the ski heist also comes from a James Bond film. But it's not just any Bond film, it's Nolan's favorite. On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Der Rudi, schnell! Der Engländer ist abgehauen!
The parallels are obvious, even if in Nolan's interpretation, the scene is not presented as an escape, but as a complex tactical operation.
Idiot!
According to rumors, Nolan was in negotiations to produce the next Bond film. Whether this will happen remains to be seen. At least we can dream about it.
A face full of glass hurts like hell. When you're in it, feels real.
That's why the military developed dream sharing. It was a training program for soldiers to shoot and stab and strangle each other and then wake up.
From the philosophical depth of the dream worlds, Nolan's exploration of the human imagination leads us seamlessly to his experiments with the laws of physics in his film design.
More about the feel of it. My question is, what happens when you start messing with the physics of it all?
Christopher Nolan is known for his innovative use of practical effects. The spinning hallway, which is a key scene in the film and literally twists the laws of physics to create a unique visual language, is just one example of how practicality immerses the viewer in a surreal situation. Nolan has evolved his techniques, making his approach of using practical effects rather than CGI to create an immersive experience a trademark. While many of the effects in Inception were practical, here Nolan simultaneously integrates advanced special effects and CGI when it comes to illustrating large-scale scenarios such as the warping of entire cities. The choice of paradoxes such as the Penrose stairs reflects the manipulation of reality by dreams.
What kind of tricks?
In a dream, you can cheat architecture into impossible shapes. That lets you create closed loops, like the Penrose steps, the infinite staircase. See?
These visual concepts not only served the aesthetic staging, but also deepened the philosophical themes of the film by symbolizing the fragility and flexible nature of the dream world. In the combination of practical effects, special effects, and CGI, the boundaries between reality and dream are blurred, and the viewer is taken on a visual journey that is both spectacular and tangible. Inception is a film that intentionally leaves the ambiguity of its plot and the scope for interpretation to the audience, much like Nolan's earlier work, Memento. The complex narrative structure and profound philosophical themes allow the viewer to explore different levels of reality and draw his own conclusion.
In the mind. And judging by the decor, we're in your mind, aren't we, Arthur?
Inception also explores the personal dilemma of Cobb and his wife Moore.
You know what you have to do. You remember when you asked me to marry you?
Of course I do.
Moore is not only a central figure in Cobb's dream experiments, but also a source of profound emotional conflict.
Why do you do this to yourself?
It's the only way I can still dream.
Why is it so important to dream?
My dreams were still together.
Her presence in the various levels of the dream worlds symbolized Cobb's struggle with his own guilt and his inability to let go of it.
The reason I knew Inception was possible was because I did it to her first. I did it to my own wife.
Why?
The dilemma between love, loss, reality and illusion haunts Cobb right down to the lowest level. A central idea anchored within the film is the existence of the limbo. This conceptualization of the limbo opens up questions about the nature of reality and memory, similar to Memento. While Christopher Nolan holds back on his own interpretation of Inception, at the press conference for Memento, he made a statement about its ending, which his brother Jonathan Nolan criticized.
And I made the mistake many years ago, and luckily it was before the prevalence of social media and all the rest. I went to the Venice Film Festival and showed Memento with the first ever audience who saw it. And in the press conference afterwards, they asked me about my interpretation of the ending. And I said, well, the important thing is it's ambiguous, it's unknowable, but yeah, what I think is blah, blah, blah. And my brother Jonah took me aside after that and said, you can never do that again. I said, but I said it's ambiguous. He said, no one listened to that. They want an answer. So if you're looking for ambiguity, if you're looking for open possibilities, you have to keep your mouth shut.
Perhaps this is the reason why Inception is still red hot years later. The openness of Inception to interpretation makes it a timeless work that continues to inspire discussions and speculations in the film world over the years. Nolan's ability to bring complex themes to the screen while giving viewers room for personal reflection underscores his position as one of the most influential directors of his generation.
20 minutes. Do you need immigration forms? Thank you. Hotels.
With this in mind, the open interpretation and symbolic dilemma of Inception leaves us with a crucial question. Is it really important to know whether the spinning top is falling, or is it more about how we feel at that very end?